Hey legends, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Matt Johnson and this is The Deep Planet. Today I'm going to be talking about all things quad lock. Well, not all things, but quite a few things. In particular, the new mag head that quad lock has released, and also some of the accessories that I personally use. Spoiler alert, if you've already got a quad lock setup, this might just be the upgrade that you didn't know you needed. Let's get into it. So just show these to you side by side so you can see the difference. So this is the original quad lock case. You can see there it's actually where it mounts stands sort of proud of the actual case, and with the new case it's flat. Okay. The other thing is it's got a magnetic ring around there which allows you to connect it to a magnetic head without having to twist and lock it in place. So if you're thinking about getting a quad lock case and you want to see what it looks like and you haven't seen this before, what you do is you line the phone up and then you click it into place. And for a motorbike, that's really what you want, nice and stable. But in the car, you don't really need that. So what we have is this MagSafe head. And I'm going to show you how easy it is also to change this over. So this is the car vent mount that I've got. And in the box, you actually get the little Allen key that you're going to need. So this is one of my Allen keys for the workshop. But I think it's a really nice touch that Quad Lock have included in the packaging the exact Allen key that you need. I'm going to leave that in there, but just so you know, if you haven't got an Allen key set at home or you're worried that you're not going to have the correct size to be able to change that over, that'll actually come in the box with the magnetic head. Nice touch, Quad Lock. Remove the old screw and that Quad Lock mount, and then we're going to use the screw that comes with the mag head because it is slightly longer, just so that you're aware. So you see it's got that little gear to lock in there. Just thinking about how that's going to sit in the vehicle. And we're done. So this is where the magic happens. We can just clip that on there like that. How easy is that? And that is still really secure. Perfect for being in the car. I wouldn't recommend using that on the motorbike, but really nice and easy for when you're driving. Alright guys, I'll just run through the installation of this. It's super simple. You're going to turn this dial anti-clockwise until that hook extends far enough to hook onto the back of that vent flap. Then we're going to tighten that up. But what you want to make sure is that that little nub actually sits underneath the flap to hold it in place securely. Tighten that back up. Lift up to that vent. Tighten, tighten, tighten. It feels it locks into place. Great. And then to adjust this mag head to get the exact angle that you want, turn it clockwise and you can actually move and rotate exactly how you need it so you have the angle that you want. I've chosen this particular location in the vehicle because a lot of the time it's in the shade because of this pillar here. Nice and secure, and then when you're ready to go, how good's that? Really well designed. Well done, Quad Lock. Love it. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I've used Quad Lock for years, on my motorbike, in the ute, even on my camera rig at one point. It's been one of the most viewed topics here, so I know a bunch of you are keen to see how the mag system stacks up. I'll also show you a few more things that I've used. So we've got the ring stand, which when I first got it, I was kind of unsure as to whether it's something that I really thought I'd use. And I've found it now, especially with this slightly smaller phone, it's really handy. And also, just one thing I will mention about the newer cases is they are this satin finish, and it's a little bit slippery. I know that's going to wear in a little bit and I'll get used to it, but just having that little ring on the back, really handy, and it just makes it a lot easier for one-handed use for typing. It's also a little stand. If you want to watch YouTube, you just flip it around and you can have the phone sitting there. You don't have to hold it if you're watching something. So I think that's a really useful addition. One thing that you do need to know about this ring though, it is made of metal of course, and if you want to use wireless charging, you need to remove that ring before you put that on the wireless charger. Most wireless chargers will actually pick it up and won't work, but I've read on forums that that's actually caused an overheating problem. So just something to be aware of. So one of my favorite accessories is this funny looking contraption. And what this does is allows you to connect your phone to any kind of tripod. So tripods typically have a 1/4 inch thread. It's a particular type of thread. So on the bottom of that adapter is that same connection. So you could have one of these or any kind of tripod that a normal camera would mount on, and you just screw that on there, and it allows you to very quickly and easily mount your phone. So if you're making, if you're vlogging, or if you're setting something up and you just need a camera to be able to film very quickly and easily, that's a fantastic option. I use this thing all the time. I actually have this in my bag, keep them in 2 pieces, doesn't take up a lot of room, and I always have that with me. So if I have an idea and I want to capture it, the camera on this new Samsung S24 is fantastic. The S21, I've used that to make a few of my videos, and just a super handy little thing if you're into making content, or you want to be able to maybe film a drive-by on your motorbike or anything like that. It takes up really little room. Highly recommended. Another one of the accessories that I'm really impressed with, cigarette lighter charger, and it has a USB-C port that charges at 30 watts, which is really impressive. And then it has a USB 2, which charges at 18 watts. So it's definitely a good output on that. That will charge an iPad, which is really handy if you're going on a long drive and maybe you need to charge your iPad. A lot of the cheaper versions of these don't actually have that output that allows you to effectively charge your iPad, or efficiently charge your iPad anyway. I'll do it slowly. So yeah, just a really high quality product. Really happy with that. That's always in my car, which now means between the cigarette lighter charger and the car vent mount with the mag head, we're laughing. All right guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you're using the mag system already, or if you're sticking with the old system, or maybe using a completely different mounting setup altogether. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.